Sometimes you can get the things you want by working really, really hard for it. But other times, you just have to wait. If you've seen any of the other videos on my channel, then you know that I like archery and I like hunting, and that's something that I do. And I recently got back from a hunting trip, and I want to compare and contrast previous hunting trips to this one to kind of make my point today. So there have been years when I've gone hunting where you take a shot at a deer. I hunt for deer, and it seemingly disappears, and you have to do a lot of blood tracking, and you have to look for prints and sign and broken twigs, and you have to track that thing down in order to find it so you can get the meat and take it home, you know, and do all of that stuff. And I was prepared for that this year. I was prepared to climb the entire hillside looking for a deer to hunt and to bring it home and to have a success story. And I was prepared for some wild, crazy adventure with the guys. But that wasn't the story this year. This year, I started by climbing all over the mountain, and during that time, when I hunt, I always pray. I always ask the Lord, you know, what He thinks I should do. I always ask Him for help. I always ask Him to bring a deer to me. It doesn't hurt to ask, so I always do. And what I felt like He put on my heart was, Garrett, this year, like, rest, and I will bring you a deer. I'll bring it to you, but rest. So while I was hiking all over the place, it's hot, I'm sweaty, I'm going up and down all these hills. At certain points during the day, I felt like the Lord was just saying, like, hey, sit behind this rock and find rest in the shade and just relax. It's okay. I'm gonna bring you a deer. I'm gonna bring you the buck that you want. I've gone hunting before, and I haven't gotten that, you know, trophy buck yet. I haven't gotten that thing to hang on my wall. This year I wanted one. So I felt like the Lord was just walking with me in that and saying those sorts of things. And I eventually, at around 1 or 2, kind of gave into that. I said, okay, I'll go back to camp, have a nap, and then, you know, I'll come out again for the evening hunt, because deer's more active in the evening time. And so I did, and we went out and we drove around through the logging roads, and even on kind of this old highway. We were driving around, and we hadn't really seen anything, and then we had been probably doing that for an hour and a half, and then we saw our buddies and kind of did a little strategy session, and we decided we'd go check out this third area of this field. And so we got back on the highway and we're headed toward the field. And off the highway, we saw a deer just chilling there. And I was able to hop out, take a shot, successfully hit the deer, and then it fell about 20, 30 yards away, and that was it. There wasn't no grand adventure. There wasn't any big story to it. I looked for a deer, I saw a deer, and I shot the deer. Now, to transition over to how things are going with justice, some days are really hard work. And you're up at 2, and you're up again at 5, and you have to feed them, and you have to try really hard, and you've got to pay attention, and you've got to do all these things. But yesterday I had him and my daughter Aurora all to myself. Kelsey went back to work for the first day, and I had the day off, so it was me and the babies. And it wasn't work. Not only were they, you know, on their best behavior, and treated me really nice, which I was thankful for. But I mean, the system was in place. You know, they ate when they were supposed to, they went down when they were supposed to. I was able to, you know, clean the house in between and do some of the things that I like while they were napping and everything. And it was really nice. It was a restful day. And I don't think it was because I have, you know, special magical daddy skills. It was just a day where rest was allowed and waiting was okay. And I really enjoyed that. It was great. And I was able to fully enjoy them. I wasn't in the striving, working, achieving mode. I was just a dad, and I got to laugh. Because now Justice laughs, and he's ticklish. And he responds, and he likes when you swing him around and throw him up in the air. And Rory's just talking away. And I got to rest and being there with them as they grow and as they play. And I got to love them in that. Sometimes you have to work really, really hard at things to get what you want. And that can be really, really good. And other times, it's really, really good to sit and wait. Thanks for joining me again this week, guys. I'll see you next time.